What if Captain Rex had to go to battle against Commander Cody? Rex sat in the command deck of the Resolute, his mind deep in thought as the ship drifted through hyperspace. The Clone Wars had thrown him and his brothers into countless battles, each more grueling than the last. The fight had become a part of him, as natural as breathing, but nothing compared him for what came next. Captain, we're receiving a distress signal, came the voice of Jesse from the comm station. Rex turned to face him, already reading the tension on the trooper's face. Who's sending it? Jesse hesitated before responding. It's Commander Cody, sir. The room fell silent. Cody? Rex stepped forward as Jesse patched through the message. The transmission was garbled with static, but Cody's voice was clear enough to understand. This is Commander Cody of the 212th Attack Battalion. We've been ambushed. Casualties heavy. Survivors captured. Coordinates attached. Requesting immediate assistance. Rex's grip tightened around the console. Cody never asked for help before. If he was calling for a rescue, things had to be bad. Anakin Skywalker, standing nearby with arms crossed, frowned at the transmission. Sounds like they're in deep trouble, Rex. What do you think? Rex's mind raced. He had fought side by side with Cody since the early days of the war. If there was any chance his old friend was alive, he had to act. We should go after them, Rex said firmly. Set course for the coordinates. Anakin nodded. You're in charge of this one, Rex. The 501st is yours to lead. With that, the ship lurched as it veered toward the unknown world, carrying Rex toward a battle he could never have prepared for. As the Resolute exited hyperspace, the planet loomed ahead, its surface covered in vast rocky plains and jagged mountains. It was desolate, an ideal place for an ambush. The 501st deployed LAAT gunships, descending into the murky atmosphere. Rex stood at the front of the lead gunship, scanning the barren landscape below. Something felt wrong. Jesse, sitting across from him, adjusted his helmet. I don't like this, sir. Why would the Separatists just leave Cody alive long enough to send a distress call? Exactly, Rex muttered. Something's off. As the gunships landed, the troopers spread out, securing the perimeter. The distress beacon was active, but there was no signs of the 212th. Rex motioned to Kix, the squad's medic. Check the beacon. Kix knelt and ran a scanner over the device. After a moment, his visor snapped up. Sir, this beacon was remotely activated. A cold realization hit Rex like a punch to the gut. It's a trap, he shouted. Defensive positions, now! Blaster fire erupted from the ridges above. Clones poured out, heavy cannons opening fire. The 501st scrambled for cover as blue laser bolts raised down. The battlefield erupted into chaos, with Rex barking orders over the comm. Jesse and Tup dragged a wounded trooper to safety, as Hardcase unleashed covering fire with his Z6 rotary cannon. Echo and Fives pushed forward, flanking the opposition. But something was different. The enemy tactics, their armour. It was the 212th. Rex gritted his teeth. Cody had set this up. Rex quickly adapted, ordering the 501st to form a counter-offensive. Echo, Fives, flank their snipers. Jesse, get our heavy gunners in place. Hardcase, lay down suppressive fire. The 501st executed his orders with precision, turning the tide. As Echo and Fives eliminated the enemy snipers, the 501st pushed forward, clearing a path through the enemy lines. But then, another wave arrived. Clone troopers, moving in perfect formation. Waxer, Boyle, Trapper, Barlex. The moment was surreal. Their visors were cold, their actions unnatural. "Sir, they aren't responding to comms," Jesse muttered. "They must be being controlled," Rex realized. His grip on his blaster tightened. This wasn't just a rescue mission anymore. This was a war against his own brothers. Rex sat at the holotable inside their makeshift command center, staring at the battlefield reports. Enemy engagement with the 212th had been brutal, not because of sheer numbers, but because of the enemy's tactics. Every time they made a move, Cody countered it. Every feint, every ambush, every attempted breakthrough. It was as if Cody knew Rex's strategies before he even made them. Jesse leaned over the table. "Sir, we can't keep hitting them head on. It's like fighting a mirror of ourselves." Fives crossed his arms. "Then we break the mirror." Rex exhaled, looking at the holomap. "We need to change how we fight. Cody knows how I lead, but I also know how he leads." He glanced up at his men. "We'll hit them in 4 stages of battle, each one different. We force Cody to react in ways he doesn't expect. We break his rhythm and turn the tide in our favor." The 501st nodded, determination setting in. Cody positioned a large force of 212th clones in a narrow ravine, the high rock walls giving his men natural cover. Droids and mind-controlled clones held the bottleneck, while snipers took positions in the cliffs above. Cody was forcing a frontal assault, ensuring the 501st had nowhere to run. Rex anticipated this. Cody wanted them to charge the narrow pass, but Rex had no intention of taking the obvious path. Instead, he ordered a fake retreat, making it look as if the 501st was falling back in disarray. Cody, seeing the opportunity, pushed forward, sending his forces out of the ravine in pursuit. That was when Hardcase and Echo's squads emerged from hidden caves, catching the 212th in a crossfire. Explosions ripped through the canyon as 501st rocket troopers blasted down the snipers' nests above. With their high ground advantage gone, the 212th was forced to retreat back into the ravine, but the 501st had already set charges along the canyon walls. Rex gave the order. The charges detonated, collapsing sections of the cliffs and trapping the 212th forces inside. They weren't killed. Rex wasn't trying to wipe them out, but they were isolated and neutralized, leaving Cody with fewer troops to command. Cody had converted an old separatist supply depot into a fortified command post. He set up turrets, motion sensors, and trip mines, making it impossible to approach unseen. If Rex attempted a full assault, Cody's men would cut them down before they even reached the walls. But Rex didn't attack. He infiltrated. At nightfall, Fives and Jesse led a team of 501st commandos through the ventilation systems, using old separatist maintenance tunnels to bypass the outer defences. Once inside, they disabled the security grid, leaving Cody's men blind to the real attack. Hardcase and Tup then led a shock assault, overwhelming the depot from the inside out. Cody, realizing his perimeter defences were useless, had to pull back, abandoning precious supplies and weaponry that now belonged to the 501st. Frustrated by his losses, Cody took the fight to a flat, open wasteland where he controlled the battlefield. Cody knew Rex favoured cover-based combat, so he denied it entirely. His forces burned the vegetation, leaving nothing but ash and open plains. Then, he deployed mobile artillery, hammering the 501st from extreme range. Rex didn't charge blindly. Instead, he had engineers set up a smoke launcher along the battlefield's edge. As the battle began, massive smoke clouds engulfed the field, blinding Cody's artillery gunners. Then, Rex's men used jetpacks to hop from cover to cover, using short bursts of flight to avoid the blind artillery fire. Before Cody could adjust, the 501st Explosive Team breached the artillery line, silencing the cannons. With his firepower neutralized, Cody had no choice but to fall back once again. Cody changed tactics, forcing Rex into a swampy jungle where visibility was low and ambushes were constant. The 212th used hit and run tactics, wearing the 501st down bit by bit. Rex knew Cody was trying to lure them deeper into the jungle, so he set a decoy battalion. Empty armour, rigged with movement sensors to make it look like an advancing squad. Cody's forces sprang the trap, revealing their positions, only to be ambushed in return. Rex's real forces attacked from all sides, forcing Cody's men to retreat. By now, Cody had lost most of his forces, but he wasn't done yet. His last stand took place in the ruins of an old separatist command center, a battlefield filled with half-destroyed droids, rusted tanks, and abandoned war machines. Rex walked forward, facing his oldest friend. Cody stood tall, blaster in hand. "Well played, Rex." Rex didn't draw his weapon. "What has happened to you, Cody?" Cody hesitated. His body wasn't his anymore. The Separatist mind probe, developed on Skako Minor, that had been implanted in every 212th trooper during their original ambush, controlled his every move. But deep down, he was still Cody. Rex lowered his blaster. "Come back, Cody." For a moment, it looked like he would. But the mind probe forced Cody to attack. The duel was fast and brutal. Punches, dodges, blocks. Rex refused to kill Cody. Instead, he let Cody wear himself out, using defensive countermoves to buy time. In a final, desperate strike, Cody lunged, only for Rex to dismantle the mind probe with a precise EMP shot. Cody collapsed, gasping for breath. He was free, but the damage had already been done. As the battle ended, Cody looked at Rex. Did I kill any of our own?" Rex hesitated. "Yes." Cody shut his eyes. "Then I don't deserve to wear this armor anymore." Rex gripped Cody's shoulder. "We all deserve a second chance." And together they walked away, brothers, despite it all. Drop the scenarios you would like to see in the comments, and I will pick one every week for Fan Friday. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.